So there are huge numbers of ways in which the UK could do it better. Just don't get me started on them all. And I think that it's really terrific what you can learn from many of the countries that have different or sometimes more sparse or more limited resources in terms of at least finances. I think actually those countries have amazing resources in terms of ingenuity and intellectual expertise. So let me start with a few things that I think that they do particularly well. So I'm so impressed at how many of the African countries, including Uganda, in the palliative care services, they routinely record outcomes. There are no countries in Europe that are doing this on a national level. Australia is doing it. The African countries are doing it. The American countries aren't doing it. The Canadian countries are beginning to do it in a bit in some cancer services. But actually, it's so impressive that across Africa, they're using something called the APCA African POS on a routine basis. They're also rolling out much more than many other countries are nurse prescribing. And isn't that wonderful to see happening with that empowerment? Another interesting development that I've been impressed by is the use of telemedicine and in particular telementoring that was discussed at the meeting here. I mean, that is so very, very impressive at how you can support people in more distant locations. And I'm reflecting on actually maybe in South London we could have a go at doing some of this, because actually sometimes even when the geographical distances aren't huge, actually travelling across a major traffic jam or a load of roadworks is more or less impossible. I'm also very impressed at the way that many of the groups here are using volunteers. And the ways in which some of the groups are getting them out into the community. So those are things that I'm definitely going to be taking back.